Thank you so much to all of you who are here tonight. This is like old home week when you've been one of the few women in the legislature with all the men. It was like being back there again. And I'm so appreciative of my nominator, Betty Simmons, and other people who supported me through this, and all of you who are here tonight. Being born in Iowa in 1935, learning to talk with a Southern accent when my family moved to Florida in 1938, growing up in Wyoming, attending college and getting married in Illinois, and then proceeding to live in Georgia, Germany, California, Maryland, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. We were always just ahead of the police here. Is not exactly a straight road to the South Dakota Hall of Fame. So when it was announced that I was one of the 3 women and 7 men elected this year, I was surprised, humbled, excited, and honored. Now that I've lived half my life in South Dakota, I feel like a true native, although I have to admit that when we first knew we were moving here, I was not excited about the fact that it seemed very flat and barren. That mindset changed, however, as our family was enveloped by the friendliness of the people, the atmosphere of the city of Sioux Falls, with all its parks, activities, the school system, the churches, and the many opportunities for service and volunteerism. It was indeed a great place to raise a family. And slowly but surely, we all became true South Dakotans, as so many of you are here tonight. We were almost defensive at times when friends around the U.S. called it a flyover state, or were confused about the location of Fargo and Sioux City, didn't know how to pronounce our capital city, and were often saying, "When do you go to Pierre?" There are so many opportunities that have been possible in South Dakota in education, spirituality, and politics, and they have included working with organizations like the Banquet, the Homeless Coalition, Helpline, and I could go on, a handful of so many citizens and volunteers who create new programs like Lunches Served, educational programs like OLLI. I am grateful for all of them. Besides traveling around the state for several months, meeting hundreds of the what we call salt of the earth people, and that's all of you who are here tonight, when we were campaigning for various political campaigns, the most defining moment for me of falling in love with South Dakota happened during the 4 months that I was fortunate to be manager of the Centennial South Dakota Wagon Train. How many of you participated in that in 1989? I'll bet a lot of you did. When you are traveling approximately 30 or 20 miles a day, it was slow traveling. There were 40 wagons that went all the way and about 340 that went most of the way. And you're traveling across the prairie. The sights and sounds and history become part of your soul, literally. Passing deserted farmhouses and wishing their walls could tell their stories. Seeing the graves along the side of the road of men and women pioneers who didn't make it all the way, and the cemeteries with people who did, was a gentle reminder of the history of this great state. I became very aware of the many talents and gifts that women have contributed over the years to the history of South Dakota. And while tonight I have the distinct privilege of receiving the South Dakota Hall of Fame honor, I want to make sure that we know is dedicated to all those women, the backbone of so many things in the past, the present, many of you are here tonight, and the future, who really deserve it. Thank you so very much.